Hello, everybody. This is Hugh Dixon, the Sports Genius, with this week's installment of Hugh Dixon, the Sports Genius. I'm going to talk to you today about Joe Paterno, Jerry Sandusky, Mike McQuarrie, and the whole Penn State debacle. First of all, Sandusky, what type of piece of human excrement is Jerry Sandusky? I heard him on Cox the other night talking about he takes showers with the kids and horseplays in the shower. I've been a coach for a very long time. I never took a shower with my kids. I never horseplayed in the shower with any male. I don't understand that. What's going on with this picture that he's taking showers with kids and letting people think it's okay? In the words of my man, Ed Lover, come on, son. Mike McQuarrie, what's wrong with you? You're going through, walking through the facility, and you see Sandusky taking a shower with a kid and doing something to him, something sexually inappropriate, and you don't say, yo, what are you doing? Yo, come here, son. Get out of that shower with that grown-ass man. Come on, son. What are you doing? I hate to keep quoting Ed Lover. What are you doing? Get out of there. Get out of the shower. Come on, man. Now, Joe Paterno. Everybody loved Joe Paterno, but Joe Paterno was on his way out. We all know that Penn State was waiting for a reason to fire him, and this was a great reason for them to get rid of Joe Paterno. But Joe Paterno, when you hear that somebody is having sex with a kid in the shower, I know your policy is to tell your boss and you file procedure, but doesn't something in you say, hey, I might need to call the cops, or say to your boss, should we call the cops? And if your boss says no, then document that he told you that you can't call the cops. You got a CYA, and you can't be bigger than the program. Joe Paterno, when you CYA, it's important that you cover your own butt, but you also have to cover the butts of kids who can't do it. You know, this kid's getting sodomized in the shower, and you know, aside from telling your supervisor, you have to tell the police. Even if your supervisor, like I said earlier, says don't tell the police. So it's up to you and everybody who sees report. You know, at my job, because I work with kids, I'm what's called a mandated reporter. Anybody in the world should be a mandated reporter of child abuse. In other words, if you don't report child abuse, you are guilty and liable to be prosecuted and persecuted for not telling on these horrible people that abuse kids. But Joe Paterno, again, is bigger than the program, and that's the real issue here. He's bigger than the program. He's bigger than Penn State. The program is bigger than Penn State, and Joe Paterno is bigger than Penn State and the program. So it had to end, and it ended badly for him in that way. Now, this thing about him selling his house to his wife for $1. You know, we all have to shuffle around finances to make it work. He can't hide the fact that he made $500,000 a year, which is about a quarter of what he should have been making. But he can't hide that from investigators if they want to know how much money he's worth. You know, his house, his little house, I saw his little split level house. It can't be worth as much as you know, he could have afforded a much bigger house on what he made, what he saved over the years. But anyway, this whole thing with Joe Paterno and him being bigger than the program is the real issue. And that's what this is really about, isn't it? That Joe Paterno is bigger than the program and even the school. Penn State has turned into a cult. If you ever meet anybody that's from Penn State, all my Nittany Lion people out there, all my Nittany Lion followers, you guys know that Penn State, or maybe you don't know, everybody else that knows you guys knows that Penn State is a cult. People follow it like it's something that, you know, it's the almighty Penn State. And although Penn State has had a very good program for a very long time, it's not the be-all and end-all and the almighty. We're not going to start erecting monuments to Penn State. So the culture has to change, and this will make it change. I hope it doesn't change for the worse. The administration at Penn State sucks. Your policy of telling your supervisor and not calling the police sucks. The way you got rid of Joe Paterno sucks. The lack of backbone that you showed in getting rid of him when you really wanted to sucks. Penn State is the real loser in this whole affair, other than Sandusky. Penn State handled this in a way that I can't even imagine how poorly you could, if you could handle this any more poorly. That and now they're taking down a Joe Paterno statue. You mean they're taking down a statue? 46 years up down the drain because you didn't give him the right policy? Come on, Penn State. What's going on with you guys? I'll never send my kid to Penn State. I'll never send a kid that I coach to Penn State ever again. Penn State is done in my eyes. I can't understand how they can be. They need to close the school. All you Nittany Lion fans are going to be upset with Hugh Dixon, the sports genius, but they need to close the school. Penn State needs to close. The kids to go to Temple, University of Pennsylvania, and Pitt, West Virginia, instead of going to Penn State. It's crazy. All right. That's my take on the Paterno, Penn State, Mike McQuarrie, and Sandusky issue. You can follow me on Twitter. You can like me on Facebook. And my website's under construction. It'll be up soon. www.HughDixonTheSportsGenius.com. See you next week.